Have you ever wondered what functionalism theory is in anthropology? A very important theory that has guided research in this important subject area and also has been the source of endless citations in research in contemporary times as well as in historical times. So let's take a look at this functionalism theory that has become a mainstay in anthropology. So the theory posits that different aspects of a society can be explained using organic analogy. And here, this is very important because they really bring it home by using organic analogy for us to understand the functions and the application of this theory. So, organic analogy using the organs of a living organism. Now, we all know living organisms have organs. They have liver, they have heart, they have lungs, they have kidney. And the idea here then is all of those things have to be working in concert. They have to work in concert for the organism to be functional in a very proper way, right? So, and once one of them is not functional, well, there's trouble. And that may impact the ability of the organism to function properly. And that is how we look at functionalism in society. The theory posits that different aspects of society, and let's take a look at this closely. What are the different aspects of society? We have culture, we have environment. This is environment. We have, of course, we have people. It won't be complete without people. We have religion. We have family, right? And then, of course, we can talk about institutions like government, media, schools, and the list is long, right? These are all aspects of society, and all of these aspects are working in concert to make society whole. And without some of these aspects, right, society is not complete. Just like without a heart, the organism cannot function. Without a liver, the organism cannot function. If the liver is deficient in its functions, well, that means the organism is compromised in a certain way. That is the same idea with functionalism theory in anthropology. If culture is not there, something is missing. And if the environment is not there, something is missing as well. If family structure is not there, something is missing. And if government is not there to regulate things or to make sure that there's peace and stability and rule of law reigns, well, something is missing. Right? So let's take a look at this closely. So using organs of a living organism. They see the living organism functioning adequately because of all its organs are working in concert. They're working collaboratively to ensuring that that organism is at its utmost functionality, etc. Once again, if one organ is not operational or if one organ is deficient, there is trouble because it means that the organism cannot function at its optimal level. It is able to perform the functions such as breathing, reproduction, bodily movements expected of it, and all of those functions make it whole. So, similarly, a society is able to maintain its essential processes with its parts intact. We've already talked about the parts of society, and we see some of them here, right here, with the parts intact and working effectively. Institutions such as religion, family, politics, culture, environment, and economy represented the organs and individuals were the cells in this social organism. Right, so it's important to understand it this way that society cannot function without some of its parts. And that's the whole point here of functionalism, that society is so critical that it needs all of its parts to be functional. And take a look at a car, it needs all of its parts to be able to function at its highest level. It needs tires, it needs oil, it needs engine belts, it needs a radiator, it needs a battery for it to function effectively. So, functionalism as a theory allows us to understand the components of society, but more importantly, how society functions and how it impacts people and society with all of its parts working collaboratively and ensuring that it is at its highest level. That is functionalism. This theory posits that different aspects of society can be explained using an organism, a living thing. So let's take a human being, for example. The human being has a heart, has liver, it has lungs, it has arteries. This is arteries, and many other things, of course. It has a brain, and many other things. And the idea here then is if one aspect is not working, well, it will impact the human being's ability to function properly. And that's how we see society. And society has different parts, as we have already indicated. It has politics, family, religion, culture, environment, the economy, all of them representing society, and all of them working in concert. Religion complements people, culture provides identity to people, and the government provides security to people. Politics provide some kind of leadership, right, in society to lead people, etc. And all of these things are very important for society to work. And that is functionalism at its best. So it's important for us to understand this context and to begin to understand how society works, to begin to understand the different aspects of society and how society needs all of these parts to be functional. So this is functionalism theory in anthropology.